Hello and hello. Thank you for joining me. How you guys doing? Welcome to Last Week in Germany, where I, some random dude in Indiana, USA, I'm going to react to the top posts out of the German subreddits over the last week. Make sure I'm up to date on everything. And apparently a nuke went off in the Harz Mountains. Guys, what the hell's going on? It says heartbreaking view today in the Harz Mountains. Top post of the week. See, this is why I have to do this. I didn't know a nuke went off in Germany. No, but for real, what's going on? Why are all the trees like they've been lopped off? Like 3 meters up off the ground, they've all been cut off. What the hell? On the positive side, now the forest can regenerate in a more natural way. The fir plantations are mostly a remnant of the mining area in the mountains, and the standing deadwood is very beneficial for various birds, insect, and fungi. But yes, currently the Harz Highlands look a lot like Scottish ones rather than the deep forest it used to be 20 years ago. So apparently, I guess, from searching this, the reason a nuke did not go off, but Germany's dying forests are losing their ability to absorb CO2, killed by droughts and infestations. Oh, this guy is trying to be positive. He says the monoculture is gone. Growth is happening. It's an uplifting picture, not a heartbreaking one at all. Okay, I'm gonna go with that. That makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. I like it. I see the growth. Hell yeah. Heidelberg. Damn Heidelberg. Shout out Heidelberg. Shit. That's pretty. Looks like those German forests are still perfectly thriving. Damn, look at the architecture. Woo. Woo. You serious? With the bridge. Wow. Whew. Damn. Wow. Stunning. Only in Germany. It's got a lock on it. Oh, some Oma went out here with her stepladder and locked up the basketball. It was too loud. You already know that's why. It was too damn loud. I've never seen this in my life. What the hell? Who freaking came up with this contraption? Welded together this contraption just to block the kids from playing basketball. What in the hell is going on? Locked baskets in a schoolyard. Those kids are only sitting in front of their phones instead of going outside. The outside. I assume it's not open to the public, they say. Probably some respectable citizens on Germany found sadness in someone else's happiness, as usual. Holy shit. Someone who sits in silence with their windows open weekdays and weekends at exactly 1 to 4 p.m. decides this was worth escalating. Genuinely the single most pathetic thing about living in Germany. Wow. Those are some harsh words, guys. Damn. It does seem kind of difficult to strike that cultural balance where it's like, in general, people are respectful and behave, but like not being too strict. You know what I mean? Like following the rules and regulations, but not like being too strict. Germany road trip, May 21st to 31. Can I come along? That sounds fucking awesome. Have fun. Okay, normally I would react to the top posts in r/de as well, but this week it's like they're all just these kind of obscure like political things that are just like rants about the CDU and the SPD and stuff. What is the relationship between Denmark and Germany? We are friends. Good to know. Very close friends with benefits. Germany has a national minority of Danish speakers who maintain their own traditions, language, culture, school, and relationship to Denmark despite being in Germany. And the opposite of true is true in Denmark. The history and makeup of Schleswig-Holstein and southern Jutland is very interesting. Cool. Damn. So this is something this person appreciates about Germany. I don't see this said much here, but as an immigrant, one thing I've really started to appreciate about Germany is how reliable everyday life feels. Very consistent and reliable. That's definitely something you take for, I don't know where this guy's from, but you take that for granted when you live in a country where like access to water and electricity you know, and trash services and stuff is all very available, you know, very common. Things aren't always fast, and yeah, sometimes processes can be a bit frustrating, but they work. Paperwork actually means something. Systems are predictable, and people mostly follow the rules, even when no one is watching. That's what we were talking about before. You know, this is the good side of that. It's very predictable, consistent, overall good. But when people lock up the basketball hoops, might be taking it a little far. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Even stuff I found annoying at first, like shops closed on Sundays, were all the strict steps, but it now feels, I don't know why I can't read today, but it now kind of makes sense. It feels like there's a shared understanding that the things should be fair and consistent. It's definitely not perfect. I think that's a great culture to have. It's definitely not perfect, but there's this quiet trust in how things function here, and I didn't realize how much that matters until I lived it. Yes. This is kind of random, but that's why, that's part of the reason why Donald Trump is crashing the world economy, because he's ruining the predictability of the world in many, many different ways. Beauty of Manheim. That is gorgeous. Now this guy is a proud Manheimian. Or a Heim man, you could call him. Manheim man? That's very cool. Looks like glass. You know, I mean, it's like someone was probably like, let's put a fountain here. They're like, no. Let's have it just be glass. Looks pretty cool. Look at that. Damn. Oh, God. Fuel prices. I'm resisting the urge to rant again about Donald Trump, but let's keep it about Germany, maybe. Germany plans new rules for fuel prices driven by war in the Middle East. Thanks, Donald Trump. Petrol stations would only be allowed to raise prices once a day. The government says this targets the rocket and feather effect. That means prices shoot up fast but fall slowly. Shoot up fast and fall slowly. How is that good? Is this a critique of that? Can I just take this moment to apologize for my dumbass president for sending the world, which was already teetering on the edge of a recession, into a depression? An inevitable depression. I mean, it hasn't happened yet, but I don't think it'll take much longer. I like all these posts that are just like, check out this pretty thing in Germany. I'm liking it this week. Very positive. Spring in Nuremberg. Are these cherry blossoms? Thank God it's spring. Which direction does ice go? I don't know if this will ever come in handy for me, but I'm interested to know. Are the first class coaches at the front or the rear? It's not possible to tell. It can change during the journey. Okay, I'm just going to admit, I will freely admit, I had no fucking clue that these trains could go both ways. It can just change directions during the journey. That is pretty goddamn cool, guys. Pretty cool. I hope you guys had a great weekend, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. Bye.